It's Tuesday stitch time. Grab your hook and yarn. We're making something cozy, cute and warm. New stitch, new trick, let's learn today. Easy steps, I'll guide the way. Whether you're new or stitching pro, come along, let's hook and go.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pseudo's Crochet More. This is your host Crystal, and I do have my co-host behind me, Brownie Bear. You will not be able to see her because this is a stitch tutorial day. So today's stitch, I'm going to call it the squishy stitch. It is a very easy one row repeat, and you can use it for anything: dishcloths, scarves, wraps, blankets. It's also known as 2 single crochets together. You start with a multiple of 2 plus 2. So I am using a 4-weight yarn. This is the Loops and Thread Impeccable in this nice purple color. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook. You can use whatever size hook you like to use. It doesn't have to be the recommended size. Whatever you feel works with you for whatever weight yarn that you're using. I did just make my slip knot. I'm going to go ahead and put my hook on here and tighten it. You can attach your yarn however you do. Some people do double knots, some people do slip knots. It's all up to you. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. I'm going to go ahead and chain 16. 14 is going to be the multiple of 2 7 times plus 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's my multiple of 7 of the 2. 7 multiples of the 2 stitches. Then I'm going to add 2 more. 15 and 16. Now you do not have to mark this stitch. This does not count as your first single crochet. We're going to go into the second and third chain from the hook. So in the second one, we count the one that's right below it. Then we go 1 here. We're going to go ahead and pull up a loop, go into that chain, the second chain from the hook, pull up a loop. Leave that loop on your hook. We're going to go into the third chain, the next one to it, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. 3 loops. Going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. You've just made your first 2 single crochets together. You're going to chain 1. And in the next chain, we're going to pull up a loop. Leave that on your hook. Now we're going to go into the next chain and pull up another loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1. And that is the repeat all the way through. I will meet you back up here at the last stitch so you know how to work that one. So we just chained 1. We're going to go into the next one. I'm just going to show you how to do this again. All the way down. Pull up a loop. Go into the next one. Pull up another loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. Chain 1. It is very important that you get that chain 1 in there, okay? So if you missed it, you'll have to go back and make sure that that chain 1 is there. Next, we're going to go ahead and pull up a loop in the next chain. 1 in the next. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Chain 1. Same again, go into the next 2 chains to pull up 1 loop. The first one, second one, you'll have 3 loops on your hook again, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1. Next chain, insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next chain, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1. And then you're going to have 1, 2, 3 left at the end. We're only going to go into the next 2 to do our last 2 single crochets together. Okay, so we're going to go into this one, pull up a loop, you have 2 loops, go into the next one, pull up a loop, you'll have 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1. Do not forget to chain 1 after your last 2 single crochets together, and you're just going to put 1 single crochet into the last chain, and that is row 1. Okay, now we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work. We're going to go into the first single crochet where you'll have to turn, but it's this one right here, right where you just chained 1 from. I'm going to go in there and pull up a loop, and this is where it's going to get a little tricky. If your chain 1s are a little tight, you may not be able to see it, but the next one we're going to pull up through is the chain 1 space. Now, if you like to work into that chain, actually at the top you can, but I'm going to go under it and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Chain 1. And that is the repeat for row 2. So we're going to find the next single crochet, which is right here. I'm going to pull up a loop. Okay, now we're going to go into the chain space, which is right here. You have to make sure that you're going into the chain 1 space, not into the next single crochet, because that will throw you off at the end. Pull up a loop. You'll have 1, 2, 3, yarn over again, and pull through all 4. Chain 1. Going into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, and then into the chain 1 space. Make sure you're getting the chain 1 space. If you need to make sure that you're going into the chain 1 space, I'll show you how to look for that here on the next one. So there's the next ones together. This stitch might have another name for it. I just don't know what it is. That's why I'm calling it the squishy stitch, the baby squishy stitch. Now we got a chain 1. If you know it by another name, that's fine too. Okay, so we're going to go into this one. This one right here, you will notice that this is a lot larger V than the next one, because that next one down from it is actually the chain space. So we're going to go ahead and pull up a loop through this one, and then there is the smaller V right here. We go under that or through it. It's all on your preference. If you can get your hook through it, wonderful. If you can't, then you can just go underneath of it. 1, 2, 3, yarn over and pull through all 3. Chain 1. You need to make sure that that chain 1 is done, because if you don't, your stitch count will be off on the next row. Alright, and now into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, and then into that chain space again. Make sure you're going into the chain space and not the next single crochet. 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1. Go into the next single crochet, pull up a loop. Now we're going to go into that chain space, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1. Now we're getting down to the end of row 2, and row 2 is just going to finish just like row 1 did. We're going to go ahead into that next single crochet to pull up a loop. You will have a chain 1 space right next to it, which is this small V right here. Go under it, in it. Again, it's all in your preference. If you go in it, it will look a little different than what mine does. And go through all 3. Chain 1. And then we're going to just go into this V, this big V here, to make our last single crochet. We're not going into the turning chain on this one. A lot of them we've done recently, we do, but this one does not go into the turning chain. And that completes row 2. And you'll notice that it gets a little kind of bumpy. Let me see if that'll focus here. On one side and the other side as you're working it. We'll do another row. Chain 1. We're going to go into that first single crochet. I'm trying to make sure I'm staying in focused here. Then into the chain 1 space. Pull up a loop, 1, 2, 3, yarn over and pull through all 3. Chain 1. Next one is going to be going into the chain, or the next single crochet, next single crochet, pull up a loop, and then into the chain space. Again, you may have to pull your stitches apart a little bit to see that. But if you look at the very top of your stitches, the V's that are the smaller V's are going to be your chain 1 space. So if you forget where that's at, you can just go, oh, there it is, that's smaller than that one. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. I am so close to being done with my blanket. Hopefully next week you guys will see the tutorial for that one. I have to figure out how I'm going to record doing the border, but it's okay. Alright, we're not doing doubles, we're doing singles, Crystal. Okay. I just did the chain 1, so we're going to go into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, go into the chain 1 space, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. This is a very nice pattern. Like I said, it does give some texture to the project that you're working on. So I would love to see if you've made anything with this stitch, what you've made. Was it a blanket? Was it a dishcloth? Because I think this, because of the bumps on it, I think this would be a really cool, like, scrubby or something. Even a scarf, to be honest, or a nice blanket for someone, or a wrap, or okay. So I just went into the next single crochet. Now I'm going to go into the chain 1 space to pull up a loop, and we have 1, 2, 3 on the hook, yarn over, go through all 3, chain 1, go into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, next chain 1 space, pull up a loop, you'll have 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and pull through all 3, chain 1. Alright, now into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, into the chain 1, pull up a loop, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, pull through all 3, chain 1. Got one more here to do. They're together. And then we just have the last one at the end to finish the row. Oh, chain 1. Gotta make sure right before that last regular single crochet, there is a chain 1 there. Because when you turn your work, you're going to go into that chain 1 space. Alright. So let me go ahead and do one more row here. Chain 1, turn your work. Now if you like to turn your work then chain, that's fine. I like to chain and then turn. So we're going to go into that first single crochet, pull up a loop, go into the chain 1 space, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1. Going into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, go into that chain 1 space, pull up a loop, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1. Next, into the single crochet, pull up a loop, chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1. And you just repeat row 2 until you have the size that you want. If you want to add this to something to give it a little bit more texture, you can do that as well. Again, if you've ever used this stitch, let me know in the comment section what you've made with it. I'm just going to call it the baby squishy stitch for right now. The baby squishy stitch. I was going to call it the Texas two-step, but I already have something else that I call that. It's really not that. It's not any. It's similar to this, but not exactly the same. So, yeah. Pull up a stitch. Okay. Well, I'm going to call this the baby squishy stitch and label it AKA as 2 single crochet together as well. You can learn how to do this single crochet together because this similar to this is used with amigurumi. It's just done a little differently for the 2 together because they make it invisible 2 together single crochet, but nevertheless, and you can see here like what I'm telling about, like these little bumps right here, they're on both sides, so you can see that pretty good with this yarn. So this has got some good definition with stitch. This yarn is at 100% acrylic as well. So if you use something different, it might give it a different look. If you want it drapey, you could go up in hook sizes to make it more drapey. But this is a fun stitch. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, I really hope that next week, a week from today, I'm recording this on Monday, May 18th. Because I did not get to do it on Saturday because my husband wasn't gone as long as he normally is on Saturdays because we went out and did a stop at a local store. You'll see that video tomorrow. I'm hoping to go back there maybe next month at some point and seeing if I can get video for the channel to show you what it looks like inside. It's not a very big store, but it's a nice store. It's very clean, and I didn't smell anything funky coming off of the stuff that I did purchase, so I will go back again in a month or so. I still have to check Hobby Lobby next month to see if they're doing their 75% off sale. Although when I went in there the last time, they had a lot of empty spaces that already had the D on the label for discontinued. So that concerns me that maybe we missed it or they're not doing it like they used to. I don't know. If you've been to your local Hobby Lobby, have you noticed that there's some empty spaces too? Have you looked at the white label inside those empty spaces? Did you see a D or were they just out of stock? Let me know in the comment section. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And check back tomorrow. Not only do I have that early video, but in the afternoon I will have premiere sales for the week for you. I'll get that video done when I'm done working. It may not be right after I'm done working or shortly after. I'm going to try to get it as close to when I'm done working so that way you guys can see what all goodies are on sale, and anything that may have been added new to the clearance or bag deals as well. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and get this wrapped up for today. I didn't want it to be a very long video, but I wanted to show you guys how this stitch works up and how squishy. It feels so squishy. It's squishy. It's kind of like it's kind of weighted too. So if you're looking for something that's a weighted stitch and that you don't want to keep, single crochet is kind of a weighted stitch. It takes a lot of yarn to do something that I could have taken half the time to do something in, say, a double crochet, but sometimes going back to the basics is nice too. So, alright. Well, if you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like my content and haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe and then the notification bell so you're always aware of when I put out new content. Until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay warm or cool, and happy crocheting. Bye-bye.